about AEW. They had their Full Gear pay-per-view. It was fucking lit. It was a really good, fucking great wrestling pay-per-view. So I come in, and I'm like, you boys seen Full Gear? Let's fucking go. Let's talk. And Royce is like, I got to tell you about what happened this weekend. So I'm like, all right, fine. So Royce begins to regale me with this tale. So I was told that I guess over the weekend, PodAwful Jesse did his gay little, basically swinging from my nutsack, as he's wont to do. This lighter's dying. It's my last fucking lighter. So Jesse, I guess, decided that he was going to contact our sponsor, CBDx.com, and that he was going to, oh man, I'm gonna get them so mad. I'm going to get sponsored by them too. It's going to be so great. Blah blah blah. All right, man, whatever. Again, I have no idea this is going on this weekend, right? I'm going out to dinner. I'm enjoying myself, mostly just playing Bannerlord, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, what happened? And he's like, so he does a little victory lap this weekend because he got some live reads from them, and they paid him to do live reads, right? By the way, I know how much he's getting, and it's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic, but that's not the point. He decided that he was going to do a whole show goofing on us and goofing on CBDx or whatever. So, again, I'm totally out of the loop, whatever. So Royce reaches out to the guy, right? And he's like, you know, because, like, we literally talked to this guy on the phone. Like, we have his number and shit. So Royce texts him, right? And he's like, are you really, like, I just need to ask if you really are or not, because this guy has a history of just bullshitting and everything that comes out of his mouth is a fucking lie. He's like, did you really, like, sponsor the show or whatever? So he goes, dude, fuck. He's like, I got this guy that works for me that looks for, like, hot up-and-coming little shows to try to stir, because it makes more sense to get small communities that are way more loyal than, like, you know, sponsoring Ben Shapiro, let's say, right? He's like, so, you know, whatever. He's like, so this guy contacted us. And my guy was like, yeah, all right, fine. We'll throw a couple bucks your way, do a couple reads or whatever. So Royce begins to tell this guy the tale of our dealings with him or whatever, right? The doxing and all the gay ops and all the bullshit. And it just gives him a whole little rundown. So the guy's like, he's like, seriously? I had no fucking idea about any of that shit. And we're like, oh, well, that's just the way it goes, you know? And the guy's like, all right, whatever. So then you know how CBDx sponsor, like, they donate to my show all the time. They actually watch this shit. They donate to AP. They'll fucking send shit to Royce. They're always in the chat. Like, CBDx loves to watch the shows that there's, you know, which is a little weird, because usually it's the other way around where you can kind of get away with a little bit. Well, I mean, they let us get away with it, but it's still a little nerve-wracking knowing that the dudes are watching you as you do your reads and stuff. So he checks in or whatever, and I guess he was, like, either reading emails on the air or talking, like, or recorded a phone call. It was something really weird, and he, like, edited it so it sounded like, it just sounded all fucked up or whatever. He was manipulating the audio or whatever. So doing his typical gay shit. So I guess they watched the show, and they reached out to us, and they were like, oh, yeah, dude, fuck this guy. Immediately. Oh, yeah, fuck this dude, man. Fuck him. Yeah, we're not. He's like, we'll do this little deal with him, and then we're done, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Not only that. Not only are they like, oh, yeah, fuck this guy. When Royce told them the story of the shit that they were doing, that Jesse was doing for the past 2 years, the owner of CBDx felt so bad that every time PodAwful does a read for whatever the fucking length of his thing is, they're also going to pay us. swear to God, my hand to God. So, nice troll, Jesse. Just understand that now every time you do a read for these guys, I'm also getting paid for it. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you continuing to put money in my pocket. I mean, I really honestly don't understand why you're so nice to me. But yes, CBDx has now agreed that every time PodAwful does one of his paid spots for them, they're going to pay me as well because they like us. So, good work, I guess. By the way, we didn't ask for any of that. We just told him, we're like, just be careful with this guy because he's a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy goes, wow, I didn't even know all that shit, dude. Yeah. He goes, you know what, man? We'll pay him out, but for his reads, we're going to pay you out as well. So, thanks, Jesse. Thanks, buddy. I swear to God, dude. At some point, you got to give up, right? At some point. It would be, look, I get it. Like, look, some of the people that bash me they have valid gripes, valid criticisms. You know, oh, Mersh is cringe and this and that. Fine, that's all valid. That's fine. I would end my life if I took this many L's in 2 years. Not even 2 years, in like 3 years. You went from fucking Maddox's do boy to just, I don't know if you knocked over a statue on an ancient fucking burial ground or if you pissed on the graves of Indians. I don't know, dude. But it's gotta fucking suck. Just every single day having to eat an L sandwich. Like, mix it up a little bit, you know? I couldn't eat the same thing every day. But my God, if I had to eat a fucking L sandwich on the daily, I would have put a gun in my mouth a fucking super long time ago. So there you go, guys. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it. I'll be getting, and by the way, dude, negotiate next time. Because, I mean, holy fuck, dude. The amount of money you're getting paid is bullshit. I mean, bullshit. I don't know. Maybe you're just not good at this sort of thing. But they were able to afford to pay you and then also pay me every time you do a live read. And guess what? Even double paying, it's still not as much as we get paid for one live read. So, and by the way, keep in mind, I had no clue about any of this, right? I had no clue about any of this. I came into this today, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like hearing about it, and then this happened, and he told us. So anyway, the agreement is they're going to pay us now every time he does. And I'm like, I just play video games all week. Are we getting more money? He's like, yeah, we're getting more money now. I'm like, wait, we're getting PodAwfuls money? He's like, yeah, they'll still pay him, and then they're just going to pay us every time he does a leave. So, bravo. We're going to have to add to that 376 number. I'll have to do a little bit. When I send him an invoice, when I send them an invoice, I'll give you a little bit of an updated total there of how much you've put in my pocket this year. So thanks for the Christmas spending money. Really appreciate it. Plus now, talking to the CBDx guys and probably planning a trip. Probably planning a trip to Vegas. So thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for all you've done for me. Really, you've done more for this show, frankly, than some of the fans do. So, salute. This one, you know what? Unironically tonight, this one is to Jesse from PodAwful. Bravo. I mean, like, when I think of PodAwful, I think of when I was a little kid and I would see, and maybe this is just like a testament to sort of how my mentality sort of, matured over the years, but even as a kid, I would watch Roadrunner cartoons, right? And I would always see Wile E. Coyote creating these elaborate traps, and then things blowing up in their face, him running into a wall, falling for his own traps, right? And I remember even as a kid watching those cartoons and asking my mom, why doesn't he just stop chasing this Roadrunner, right? Like, there's got to be other food. Is he trying to eat the Roadrunner? Because if he's trying to eat the Roadrunner, I'd have to assume that there's got to be some easier food out there, right? And it's like, I remember being a kid and really thinking about, like, how many times does this asshole have to blow himself up before the shit comes to a head? Like, how many times? How many times is he going to fall off a cliff? And then don't look down. Like, you walked off a cliff. Why do you keep looking down? Just keep looking ahead and walk back. It's just like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? So, anyway, and I know the people out there, they're going to shout out or whatever and come in. Just know this. Every time you shout that out now in any chat room, you get any sales, Daddy's taking the money. And you'll still get paid. That's the beauty of it. This wasn't like a, fuck him, we're going to give you, they're still businessmen. So they're like, yeah, we'll honor this. This is only, month to month, so we'll do a month. We'll do a month of fucking live reads with this guy and whatever, and we'll pay him out, and we'll just pay you out for everyone, too. So, salud. Use that promo code, kids. I think I'm actually getting paid more from the taste of the fucking... Dude, seriously, AP doesn't... We don't even get a piece of AP's action. Fucking love it, man. Love it. So thank you for the cash, bud. Looking forward to it. I'm trying to do the math. It's good. It's not... It won't be a lot of money, because we're talking PodAwful numbers here, but it's enough. I'll tell you this. It's enough for my gas fucking on my holiday trip. Enough for my fucking round trip gas and my road snacks. So thank you. Anywho, welcome to the show, guys. I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you because I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed hearing it today. Because Royce was like, because he's talking about it, and he's like telling me the early part of the story, and I'm going, okay, but why are you like, it's weird, because normally Royce would be like, this fucking jerk off, blah, 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 whatever. But he wasn't, like, annoyed at it. Like, he was like, I got to tell you the story. And he was so happy, like, why are you so happy about that? And he's like, dude, just trust me. And sure enough, oh, my God. Yeah, he gets to the end, and I'm like, fuck, dude, that is a beautiful ending right there. So anyway, welcome to the show. We're going to get into this stuff. Sorry I spent 30 minutes on it, sir. Adam Pearson's very angry at me tonight. But I had to do that. I had to do plus 30 minutes of showtime. I get to dunk on you. Coming back on a Monday. Mondays, I don't even want to fucking be here. I couldn't wait to get into work tonight. I couldn't wait to get in and do this show tonight. Just stepping on rakes. Old fucking Sideshow Bob. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for the money. Another thing that happened this weekend, shout out to Frozen Asian, who